All right. I don't know what's affecting me more, Robin, this beautiful children's book or the topic in the book that makes me want to go get another dog. I don't know.
That dog will probably be here every day if you end up getting a puppy.
If I get another dog,
yeah,
yes,
it'd be right here. Right by our feet.
I love dogs. I love children's books. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
When I was a young dad and my son was a young son, children's books were an important part of our lives. We didn't have the internet back then. You know, so that's how long ago it was. And you know, I have such fond memories of lying beside him as he was getting ready to go to sleep, and I would hold a book over our faces, and I would just read the story. And while we had many books to choose from, it seems like there was always one or two he wanted reread again. So if you write children's books, you can guarantee it's going to be read a lot. If you have a hit one, right? Mm-hmm. And I would imagine that a book about a puppy is going to be a big hit. Lisa Overcash has written a book about a puppy. Lisa is a wellness coach, a yoga instructor, a Thai yoga practitioner, a recreation therapist. She homeschooled her children for 22 years. She lives with multiple sclerosis. She's an advocate for animal rescue. She is part of her therapy dog visitation team. Okay, with her Yorkshire Terrier Promise. Oh, this is a book about her dog? I didn't know that. The book is called My Fur Ever Family, a children's book illustrated by Julie Anderson. Lisa Overcash. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. You definitely are an animal lover. I can hear that.
Oh, I love dogs. Do I hear a dog in the background?
I have them in the background. Hopefully they'll maintain a muffled sound.
Well, that's okay.
They're in another room.
I mean, how appropriate would it be to hear a dog? I thought I heard a dog in the background.
Yeah, was that Promise?
Well, she's not quite as loud as our golden retriever. I think that's who you heard.
Oh, okay.
His name is River. He's an in training therapy dog.
Oh, my.
So tell me about the book. The book is called My Fur Ever Family. It's a children's book. Have you had any children that you've read the book to?
Oh, yes, quite a few. The book has been read to more children probably than I can count. The combination of groups that I've read it to and the children that have been able to have this book in their family purchased has been quite a gift. Yes, the story.
Oh, I hear a cat.
About. You got the cat too. You hear a cat. I think you hear the cat because we have 12 inches of snow here right now in North Carolina.
And where are you?
And our outdoor cat in North Carolina in the Durham area outside of Raleigh.
Okay.
Kind of more near the Virginia line.
Gotcha.
And we had 12 inches of snow, and we have many animals, and so we have to be careful about the outdoor ones. So I have an outdoor cat that we have put in our laundry room temporarily because it's so cold in the snow, and she's not so happy about it, so she's meowing a little bit about it, protesting. Her freedom has been taken.
Was writing this book as fun as reading this book is?
It was. The story is a true story, and it really talks about unconditional love, has an element of fun and family and faith, and it's narrated from the voice of a Yorkshire Terrier puppy. And in my family, we have a tendency to talk for our animals and anticipate what they might be saying. And so therefore, we just naturally speak for them. So this book it developed from that. It's like, well, what would she say if she was observing our family, and how would she feel coming into a new family, and the emotions and the concerns? And so during this time, the puppy is adopted into our family, and the puppy shares the adventures that she experiences during this process. And throughout the whole time, she's showing that she wants to be loved, which everybody wants to be loved, and she wants to be given a special name because she notices everybody in the family has a name, but she doesn't have a name quite yet.
And you also, the story also exhibits godly character traits. You don't stay away from that.
Exactly. That was very important to me because in our family, that was a very common thread on a daily basis. And I found that, like you were talking about in the intro, about how special that time is reading books to your children. There's a lot that happens in that moment. There's a great intimacy that's created in that relationship between the reader and the child. There's a unity that's developed in that bond, and as well as within the family. And so I felt it important to include that in this story, which teaches importance of healthy daily routines, like reading books regularly, as well as godly character traits. So you will see examples as the child reads or read to unconditional love, compassion, perseverance, and cooperation.
As a wellness coach, do those same lessons are those same lessons taught to the adults that you work with?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, a lot of people go through life challenges, or maybe did not have the experience of a positive childhood. So that comes out later in ways that could be unhealthy habits, or finding themselves in unhealthy relationships, and trying to identify, how did I get myself here?
Right.
And I don't like it anymore. I want to go down a different road, but I don't know how. So part of my job and my desire is to help people come to that awareness, and let's institute some new healthy daily routines and start establishing ways to interact with people in a more positive way to bring a more wellness and wholeness into your daily life.
And one of the most amazing traits you have yourself is that even though you have multiple sclerosis, you don't sit around and say, woe is me. You just are living an everyday normal life, and you're constantly contributing, helping to the well-being of others.
Absolutely. You know, we all have a choice when we have a challenge in our life. How do we respond? Do we allow this to create a negative vibe in our life and feel destroyed and feel like we have no choices? Or do we rise above it and we say, you know what, I can't change this, but what can I change? I can change the way I respond to life circumstances. I can choose to make a difference by the actions I take every day. What am I going to do in my life to make it better by the things I do, the things I eat? How can I bring a fitness level that will make a difference in my wellness? And what can I do to help others in the community? Because you'll always find someone else that's needing something in a way that's not as bad as your situation, and you want to bring joy and love and healing into their situations in ways that you can.
Does the personality of the terrier in the book reflect your personality when you were younger, growing up, about needing some of these traits?
Well, actually, I was very fortunate. I felt love all my life. I never felt like I wasn't loved. And so I don't think that there is that element in the family. I think what comes as a part of the beginning of the story is the big daddy who took good care of the puppies as they were born into his life. He tells the little puppies that families would soon be adopting them. And so all the puppies in the story are a little scared in the beginning, but Big Daddy reassures them and said that they would be given good homes and lots of love.
You know, if you could imagine being a dog who does not have a good home and then finally getting a good home, if we could live our lives like that, like let's say, you know, because a dog who finds a good home is going to be serving that family in ways that only a dog can, by barking at some noises in the night, or by protecting in ways like that, and just by giving unconditional love. And I think, for example, a man who is looking for a wife, when they finally meet each other and he moves in with her, he should be like a little dog, happy to be there.
I can see that connection.
Happy to be there, and providing, everything that a dog provides, like, security and
You know what? That's so funny, but it really is a mutually giving relationship.
Exactly.
Both with the dog and the master or the family, and a relationship between a man and a woman. Of course, it is a give and take, a love and share. definitely, it's mutual blessings. It's not one more than the other. You know, you talked about a dog serving with protection.
Yeah.
Of course they serve as protection, regardless of how little or how tall they are. It's a matter of feeling an honor to be in the life of this master, and they can give that companionship as a service as well.
We speak to a lot of authors and author wannabes. Talk to the children's author wannabe. How was the process of getting the book published, finding an illustrator? How did that all happen?
Well, I did not try to do that by myself. I sought help. So it was very interesting. What worked for me is I signed up for a workshop, how to write a book and how to make a difference. And it was a very good experience for me to go through that. And at the end of that, I felt empowered to be able to know the right steps. So I think if anybody wants to do it, it's important to reach out and find opportunities to learn. In finding an illustrator, I was encouraged to go to the Society of Children's Authors and Illustrators, and it's a nationwide organization, and you can join and be a part of their newsletters. And they also give you the opportunity to find illustrators in your home state.
Nice.
And so I interviewed different people and saw their portfolio and met with one that I saw an interest in my local area, and we collaborated and created the illustrations as you see them.
And it's a beautiful marriage between you and your illustrator, and her name is Julie Anderson. Lisa Overcash, thank you so much for taking time to be with us today. Good luck with the book, and thank you for making the world a little bit better.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys and the way you're making a better difference in the world as well. Many blessings.
Thank you so much. All right, we will be right back.